What is up, Brave Cubs? My name is Brave Wolf, and I'm going to be starting a new series called Creepy Reading, where basically I read horror stories or creepypastas, and I let you guys know my thoughts on them. And I thought, what better way to start than one I actually created myself, known as Codename Kids Next Door Theory Creepypasta, The Possible Hidden Truth Behind the Delightful Children. Now, this is on my Wattpad, which I'll leave in the description to the story if you want to check it out. I'm actually currently working on a story arc, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below to the story, where you'll get to read the theory yourself, as well as Chapter 1 of the story arc. I'm on a writer's block, but Chapter 2 will be done soon. But, let's get into this reading. When watching Codename Kids Next Door, have you ever wondered how Sector Z felt as the delightful children? Well, I have a theory that I'll get to in a minute. But first, let's break it down. So I'm sure a good amount of you have seen the KND movie, Codename Kids Next Door, Operation Zero. But for some of you who haven't, there is a scene in the movie where we see the true identities of the delightful children. The true identities of them is a lost team of the KND known as Sector Z. Number 1. Name, Bruce. Appearance, short blonde boy. Weapon type, carrot nunchucks. Position, leader. Number 2. Name, David. Appearance, tall brunette boy. Weapon type, eraser tip spear. Position, second in command, Tai Chi operative. Number 3. Name, Ashley. Appearance, tall blonde girl. Weapon type, umbrella. Position, umbrella swordsman. Number 4. Lenny. Appearance, African American boy. Weapon type, boxing gloves. Position, hand-to-hand fighter. Number 5. Constance. Appearance, brunette girl with pigtails. Weapon type, cooking utensils. Position, unknown. Possibly 2x4 technology officer or combat chef. So here's my theory on the topic. I think that inside the delightful children, the members of Sector Z are crying for help. I think that when fighting the kids next door as the delightful children, Sector Z is actually crying and begging the KND to help them, but they don't hear their cries. Now let's think about this real quick. In the movie Operation Zero, we see some scenes with Sector Z, but then later on, they turn back into delightful children, with their last words to Number 1 being, it is a very sad scene to watch, especially the scene before the others, when we see Number 1's dad, aka Number 0, transform the delightful children back into Sector Z for a period of time. They are sad to know that they will soon turn back into the delightful children. Sector Z tries fighting it, but can't, and are turned back into the villain. So this could be proof on the theory being correct. Inside of this villain, Sector Z could be screaming for help, but nobody hears them. For all we know, this could be happening every time they fight the KND, or every single day. This could mean that the delightful children aren't who we thought they were. First things first, there is no way the delightful children could have gotten the smarts they've got without the KND. This is also proof that this theory could be true. Second of all, in the scene where we got to see them get turned back to normal, and we meet Sector Z for the first time, Number 1's dad, aka Number 0, tells Ben, aka Father, that there is no way they could have got the smarts they got unless they were ex-Kids Next Door members that he delightfulized. And Father even explains how the machine he used to make the delightful children broke, but was still able to turn Sector Z into what they are all throughout the show. Which means that this is a huge chance that my theory could be true, and Sector Z could be yelling for help from the kids next door every time they fight them as the delightful children, but of course, they don't hear them. All they hear is the delightful children. Which also brings me to believe that my theory is the truth, and this could also be the dark truth behind the villain known as the delightful children. And that, brave cubs, is KND Theory Creepypasta, the possible hidden truth behind the delightful children. Now, if you're interested in reading the creepypasta for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description to the story on Wattpad. I actually created this creepypasta. I'm still working on a story arc for it because I had my friend give me some ideas for a story arc, and I thought about it, and I decided to work on it. Chapter 1 is out right now, so you'll be able to read it. Chapter 2 ain't out at the moment. I'm working on it, but I'm currently on a writer's block. So, if you're interested in checking out the creepypasta for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below. And I'm actually pretty proud of this creepypasta. Let me know what creepypastas you guys want me to read next. I'll see you guys next time.